Significant developments in science, technology, and medicine occurred widely in East Asian countries during ancient times. In fact, many modern technologies made their first appearances in East Asia. China, and to a lesser extent Korea and Japan, produced many new ideas and technologies. Innovations in technology made new processes possible or simplified them. Some of these concepts, like moving type, paper, and paper money, drastically altered the individual's way of life and led to other future advancements. New discoveries could be made through ingenious scientific breakthroughs such as the compass, seismograph, and observatory. Additionally, novel medicinal processes gave the peoples of these countries confidence in curing or treating diseases. As for materials, ancient East Asia seemed to be fascinated with metalworking and produced many of their new inventions in this way. Later, materials like porcelain were introduced and used for other tools. Modern East Asian medicine in more prosperous countries matches or exceeds the quality of healthcare found in the West. Digital age technology is led by many East Asian areas like Japan, and most global goods are produced by China. Over time, science, medicine, and technology have advanced significantly in East Asia.
The compass was developed in China during the Warring States period. Originally, it was used to figuratively find your way and to harmonize and order your life and environment. This compass became known as the South Pointer and was made primarily out of bronze. The spoon represents the Great Bear and its handle points south. The plate represents Earth and has the symbols for the 8 main directions on it. The circle represents heaven. In 900 CE, with the discovery of a way to magnetize needles, wet and dry compasses were developed. The compass spread to the rest of the world through trading during the Song Dynasty. The compass made navigation easier and more accurate. Papermaking first appeared in China during the Han Dynasty. In the early Han Dynasty, paper was made from pounded and discarded hemp fibers and was coarse, thick, and had an uneven texture. By 200 CE, papermaking had matured. In the Eastern Han Dynasty, Kai Lun, a court official, developed a new form made from bark, hemp, rag, fishnet, and wheat stalk. It was inexpensive, light, thin, and durable. Paper made day-to-day court life a lot easier because documents weighed a whole lot less than if they were on bamboo, and allowed for the development of printing and basically the modern world.
The Chinese abacus was a very useful invention that was created during the Ming Dynasty from 1368 to 1644 to perform mathematical calculations. Also known as the fifth invention of ancient China, the abacus was used to perform basic math such as addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication, and was used to teach children simple mathematics. It was invented by the famous mathematician Shang Dai, who was known as the Great Master of Zuzan. The standard abacus was made of wood or stone, but many that were used for collecting and display purposes were made of crystal, ivory, chameleon, and jade. The seismograph was invented by scientist Zhang Heng in 132 AD. It was used for forecasting and reporting the movement of an upcoming earthquake. It was often decorated with animals such as tortoises, birds, dragons, and toads. During an earthquake, a copper ball inside the seismograph would drop from the mouth of one animal, such as a dragon, and into the mouth of another, such as a toad. The Chinese then could determine where an earthquake may happen from the falling direction of the ball. Because of this use, the seismograph became one of the most brilliant achievements of ancient China.
The original Chinese mechanical clock was designed in 725 CE by Yi Qing, a Buddhist monk. It involved a simple wheel powered by dripping water that made a rotation every 24 hours, which powered wheels and gears that turned the clock, which also made a chime. In 1092 CE, a newer model was invented by Su Song, which involved a small sphere turning a larger one. This one was invented 2 centuries before anything at all clock-like was invented in Europe. Paper money was originally used informally by Chinese aristocrats for long-distance credit, but it was soon noticed by the government, and beginning in the year 1023 CE, the Song dynasty slowly started printing it. It had the benefit of not only being light, but it was an easy alternative that saved the precious metals that they used to use for money for more useful things like tools. It was a big leap for them because it had no intrinsic value, so it could be easily inflated as well, which was actually a problem. And the use of money actually disappeared for a couple hundred years, but it still reappeared, and this was hundreds of years before it ever appeared in Europe.
These gold and silver acupuncture needles are between 6.5 and 6.9 centimeters long. They are rectangular in shape and have small round holes, but they are so damaged that it's unclear if this was how they looked originally. These 2 needles and 8 others were discovered in 1968 in the tomb of Han Prince Liu Sheng, which is located in Menchang, Hebei Province, China. To date, they are the earliest needles ever discovered that were intended specifically for the process of acupuncture. In Han China, acupuncture needles were used medicinally to treat diseases. Later, during the Tang Dynasty, sophisticated classes in acupuncture were taught using needles such as these. Acupuncture needles were all very similar, which shows that even in ancient times, East Asian medicine was on the fast track towards uniform technology. Kyo-Miseongdae is an ancient observatory from Korea. It is about 9.1 meters tall and is made of 27 layers of stone, with one window facing south. The stargazing tower still exists today and is believed by some to be the oldest of its kind in the Eastern Hemisphere. Though it is nowhere near as functional or complex as modern observatories, Kyo-Miseongdae was used frequently by astronomers in the Sia period to study the sky. This tower, specifically built for studying the stars, shows that East Asian countries were interested in learning about the stars and created new scientific tools in order to do so.